Welcome back to the channel. Today we're working on this here 2000 Dodge Durango. It's got the 4.7 four-wheel drive. It's about the middle of winter and it no longer is heating up inside the cab. You get about 10 blocks, you get a little heat, but it's not warming up like it should. So we're gonna fix that. Let's get after it. Today, gonna use some ketchup. You know, just sure it's on fire. We'll fix them weld holes right up. It's got a rat's nest like the rest of the truck. So. So first things first is, I don't know which ones, don't quote me on this, but like 5.9s I believe, and I believe a little newer than this. You didn't have to drain all the coolant. This one, you're gonna have to drain all the coolant. The radiator, or the thermostat, is not up top. Yep, that lower radiator hose, that's where the thermostat is. So that being said, gotta drain all the coolant. It's not as easy to find as it is on some vehicles. So that's the back side of your light. And it's this thing right here. That thing. So, I stand corrected. It will come out of there. Now it's in the bottom of there. After you pull the plug out of the radiator, then turn this and take the cap out. Anyways, we're gonna wait for that to drain and get back after it. Like I said, this is the thermostat housing, which is odd to me. You know, it's the only car I own with it on the bottom. Also, doing this with clamps, bad. Whatever, I didn't do it, so it'll be fine. Right, we are gonna get rid of this clamp. These factory clamps are actually better, but yeah, that's the opinion, I guess. I believe this is 10 mil. I can get under here. I am way off. Sorry. Pretty sure this is an 8 mil. Yeah. Those came out way too easy. Well, that one anyway. Let's see if I can get this tote over here to catch this antifreeze. We will just, oh, well, I had a good feeling there was a lot more antifreeze because that other side was not pissing very well. Yup. You can see it squirting out of the thermostat. Also, that thermostat looks disgusting. Well, that sucked. I got it everywhere. Whatever. I don't think I've worked on a single radiator or thermostat, nothing, without getting coolant everywhere, so why should this one be different? I almost need to take that thermostat out, but I'm afraid to do that because I can't get in here and just get this over with. Woo! Well, I'm gonna clean that up. They got all over camera. Yeah, it went absolutely, yeah, everywhere. It's all over the lens too. Alright, so we got everything off, we got everything cleaned up. I did notice on this old one, so these things have a notch in the rubber, and then this is your air bleed, this little dangly thing up here. That has to be not lined up with the notch that is inside this housing, and so here's about where the notch is. That's where the notch is. The bleeder's way over here. It's not good. find sometimes the new ones aren't lined up correctly either. So you got to make sure they're lined up with that notch behind there, with that little rubber notch lined up where it's supposed to. You know, with the nozzle facing upward-ish, that's where it should be. So you'll be able to see it. There's a, here, I'll just take it out. There's a little notch, not far from that. So the space between these two shouldn't be very far. Squeeze her in there. Use some spray lube or something, because getting this gasket in here sucks pretty bad. It just knocks back and forth. It is quite irritating. Other than that, make sure you clean everything. You need to clean the mating surface underneath the car. I've already done that. I used, you know, Scotch-Brite. I get the 3M. It's a big roll. You can cut off what you need. Use some of it on it and spray it down. Stick this back on. Put the bolts back in. Radiator hose back on. You can actually see inside of it to line it up. I was lining it up a little better. That's perfect. All right, let's put it on in. Put it in the car. So now that we got everything lined up, that's good. Put it back together, right? Try to make sure you don't knock that thermostat out when you put it in there. And then these are sleeved. Oop, I'm caught on something. Those are sleeved and need to go inside. They kind of fall into place. Make sure they're sleeved in where they're supposed to. As you'll pinch it, won't get tight, she'll leak. Also, most anything I do, I prefer to hand tighten the bolts first. Keep you from cross threading anything or pinching something, or it just helps make sure you seat it. Don't break nothing. And then when you go to tighten these, you don't need to go crazy on them. These are plastic housings. So I don't grab the end of my wrench, I just grab up close and give her a little bit. They probably have torque specs on this, but it's not something that really matters on something like this. Then we gotta get this clamp back on. So those are always fun. I use these adjustable wrenches. Still, it's no fun. All right, got that bolted up. You may or may not have seen that. I think it taped, whatever. Anyways, don't forget to put your drain plug back in your radiator, and then, you know, we need to fill it back up. There is a bleeder here. I haven't had the problem to the point where I've needed to bleed it with that. You can. I kind of just squeeze radiator hoses and whatnot. I haven't had that problem with my Durango, but there is a bleeder there. But next thing we need to do is coolant. I always recommend buying concentrate. It's way cheaper in the long run. That also being said, if you don't want to have to get another empty container and mix it 50-50, then just buy the 50-50. It's probably easier for most of you. Don't blame you. I save some money, buy concentrate. Also, you can run it like at different percentages, 75-25. Yeah. Which does it say on here? Yeah. 60-40, negative 62 to 270. 50-50 is negative 34. You do 40-60, you can go negative 12. You know, these stay about the same, the highs. It really affects the lows. So more antifreeze, you could go colder. We don't see much more than -12 around here anyways, so I could theoretically go 40, 60, but 50, 50. If you're getting -34 degrees, you already know that you need more coolant, I would assume, because that's cold. But anyways, like I said, you're gonna do it this way, makes it 50, 50. As long as your area is kind of lit up. I don't know why you can even see me. Anyways, as long as your area is lit up good enough, you can run your finger along the side and you can see it down in here. So I can see where that level's at. So once you pour some in there, you can go, because you can see the water line, then you can go, so it's right about here. So it's a little bit above that groove. This one hasn't even made it to that groove yet, so we need way more. And then, spilling everywhere. Then you just make them match. They both match now. They are both right at this line here. These things come full to about here. Don't fill this all the way up because then it's not 50-50. You need to fill it up to where it was, which is right in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill both these with water and then dump them in that thing. Now we're just down to filling this up. When you start filling it, put a little bit in and then make sure you're not dripping out the bottom of the car. Because, you know, suck to waste all your antifreeze. It's easier to get it pouring if you have it sideways. Yep, just let it bubble a little bit. Yep. So just keep feeding it in. She'll bubble, gurgle, whatever. Then once you're done doing that a bunch, go ahead and put this back on. And next you're gonna want to check your it's not really an overflow, it's reservoir, whatever. Anyway, got little dots on it, you know. You want it up here by the full top mark. My reservoir leaks because it has a little tiny leak in it, and I don't care, but we keep up on it. Yep, got her a little high, but it'll be all right. Then after that, my only last bit of advice is go drive it around town. Like go to McDonald's, go to Walmart, get it back home, let it cool back down all the way, or even check it the next day. But check your antifreeze again. Take that radiator cap off, make sure she's not low. The bubbles usually work themselves out. That's also why I said make sure you fill up this reservoir, because if there is air in it, it'll help try to draw it from this container. So make sure that's full. You know, drive around a little bit, recheck the antifreeze. Should be good. Hopefully we have heat now, because if not, my next video is going to be flushing a heater core, which is easy. I just don't want to do it because it's like 20 degrees outside. So anyways, if this video helped you, please hit that like and subscribe button. I'll catch you in the next one.